Yo, what's up guys? Today I'm going to be playing the best Logbait deck with Mirror. It recently got buffed, so it's pretty good now and it works well on Logbait. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe, and let's get into the first match. I'm in the first game against a Golem, no skill. I'm just going to go for a Goblin Barrel in the corner here. He goes for a Skeleton Army. I guess I could just go for like Rascals. And this deck is pretty good. Okay, he's actually playing Golem himself. That's kind of funny. I can go for a Skeleton King in the back, and this deck is really good because now with the new mirror, it puts it 2 levels above your old card. So now like a lot of spells don't kill your mirrored bait units, and it's super good. So I could just go for like the ability here. And the reason I have a Skeleton King in my deck is because it works well with the bait units. Like, it constantly will feed the Skeleton King, and when you have a champion down, your cycle's only 3 cards. But like, so let's say I have a Skeleton King down, I can go for like a Goblin Barrel, I can mirror a Goblin Barrel, and then I could go for like a Skeleton Barrel, and then I'm already back to a Goblin Barrel. Like, it's kind of crazy how fast you can cycle with the champions in the mirror, and you can just apply a lot of pressure with this deck. And there's so many like bait units on top of the mirror giving you another bait unit that it's really hard for them to defend even if they have a lot of spells. So this guy's Fireball and Sap and Arrows, so I could go for a Goblin No, I'm gonna go for the ability because it doesn't really have much to stop this, so I could go for the ability here. It should get a lot of damage. Okay, he goes for the Zap. So I got like half of his tower with that Skeleton King ability. I'm gonna go for a Goblin Barrel to pressure. Okay, he goes for Golem. I'm gonna do this to kite it to the other lane and attack, and if he ignores it, I'll get a lot of damage. Okay, honestly, if he ignores it, I think I'm gonna go for another Skeleton Barrel on the right. I really recommend playing this deck if you guys want to win like your first Classic or Grand Challenge, depending on what type of skill level you are. He had to Fireball the Skeleton Army because I have so many units. I can go for the ability here. I can go for the Fireball. And missed the Night Witch. Okay. I'm definitely going to lose my tower here. I'm just going to go for the Rascals on the right, knowing I can't defend the left. I can go for Skeleton Army, and then when he zaps, I can mirror it. So, just super great deck overall. I think this might be the best bait deck after the balances, so I'll probably try it out again in ladder if you guys want me to. Let me know if you guys want me to try this deck in ladder and see how it works in there. And this is looking like a win. I don't see how he can take my tower this amount of time left, especially because I'm just like overwhelming him with all these swarm units, even though he has 3 spells. Kind of a crazy deck, and I think it's the best bait deck, like, honestly. Like, the mirror is just so good now after the balance changes. I'm in the next game against Hitachi. I'm just going to start with a Dark Goblin up in the back towards the 1 Zappy. I'm going to go for Skeleton King on the right. Okay, he does have a Log and Zappies. So, I could go for like a Skeleton Barrel on the left because I want to charge up my Skeleton King with it. And I also need to cycle, so it should be fine. Okay, I'm not sure what he's going to do here. He doesn't have Log. Okay, he goes for Mother Witch. I'm just going to Fireball that quickly so it doesn't spawn too many pigs. And I got a lot of damage again. Like, this deck just gets so much damage. And he doesn't have Log here, so he can't kill any of this. So I'm just going to make sure to go Dark Goblin just to try to take as little damage as possible. Only 2 hits, so that's fine. And this deck is just, like, honestly kind of crazy. Like, I haven't lost with it yet. Like, I've been testing it out, because when they announced the balance changes, I made a deck similar to this, but I took out a Tesla and I put in Rascals, and it's working super well. I can go for a Mirrored Skeleton Barrel here, because it will force out the Log, but then he can't really defend the Goblin Barrel that well. That's why this deck is so good. It's just because, like, you have so many bait cards, like the Skeleton King spawning the graveyard, you have the Skeleton Army, you have the Goblin Barrel, you have the Skeleton Barrel, you have the Rascals, the Dark Goblin, and you can mirror any of those cards. The only bait card in this deck, like, that's not like a bait card, is the Fireball. And I just have the Fireball in here because you can clean up those pushes, like last game versus Golem and Night Witch. I could Fireball the Golem Night Witch as long as I didn't miss. For a Dark Goblin here, and the Skeleton King gets a DPS it down. Could probably go for a Skeleton Barrel too. Like, this deck is just, like, constant pressure. Like, you guys can see, like, I'm just constantly pressuring and getting off cheap defense because I'm pressuring, which is forcing out their spells, and then I'm just, like, pressuring, and then I can defend with, like, a Skeleton Army. Like, right here, I can go, like, a Mirrored Skeleton Barrel, a Goblin Barrel, and a Fireball, and I just took the whole tower. Wow. This deck is, like, actually so good. Like, if you guys want to win your first Classic or Grand Challenge, I know I already said it, but, like, this deck is just, like, so good. I think, honestly, Mirror might get, like, emergency nerfed, so, like, I'd really recommend, like, trying it out as soon as you watch this video. You could try to get, like, your first 12 win. Or even, like, if you have the Skeleton King Max, which, honestly, I don't know if many of you have, like, Champions Maxed yet, but if you do, I definitely recommend this deck on ladder, too, before the Mirror gets nerfed, because it's just, like, way too strong, honestly. And, yeah, this is also looking like another game where he can't break through, so this was a super nice match. He just, honestly, like, I just spammed him the whole game, and he couldn't really defend that well. And the attacks he got, he just, like, took so much more damage for it. This deck is just honestly crazy. I'm in the next match against this guy. I'm just gonna go for a Goblin Barrel in the corner. Okay, he has a Knight. I'm gonna go for a Skeleton King in the back. He also has an Ice Wizard. I'm just gonna go for Skeleton King in the back. If he has Expo, I could just, like, I have Rascals and stuff like that. Okay, he goes for Musketeer at the bridge. I feel like he misclicked that. I feel like there's not really a... Okay, he went for the Ram Rider as well. I don't know what this guy's doing. Maybe this guy's little brother took over his phone or something. He just put everything at the bridge out of nowhere. I could go for the Skeleton King ability here to kill this Knight. And I'm gonna go for a Skeleton Barrel to pressure. Maybe I should have put him on the left because he could Ice Wizard on top of everything. I'm gonna go for a Goblin Barrel. Okay, yeah, I should have went on the left because then I could have went Goblin Barrel with the Skeleton Barrel and I probably would have taken the whole tower, but it's fine. That's what I mean though, like, I'm making, like, kind of, it's like some kind of big mistakes. Well, not really, like, big mistakes, but, like, I'm getting less offensive damage than I should because I'm making, like, a misplay, but it doesn't matter. Like, I'm still getting so much damage because, like, just most decks just, like, don't have the way to stop all this bait spam. And then if you take, like, taking the Skeleton King, spawning, like, 20 skeletons, like, it's just too hard to defend. And then your cycle is super quick as well because of the Mirror and the 3-card Champion cycle. But I was also wondering if you guys would like me to play, like, Mirror and, like, the classic Logbait with, like, Goblin Gang and Knight and stuff like that, or just, like, the Valkyrie Guards version. Let me know, because I'm having a lot of fun right now with the Mirror. And I'm probably going to keep uploading on it for a bit because it's just so much fun. And yeah, this guy kind of got destroyed. Not really much he can do though. I just have too much spam. Like, he zapped the Skeleton King and then my Skeleton Barrel exploded on the tower. It's just it's just too funny. I'm gonna go for Skeleton Barrel and Goblin Barrel in the pocket. He did use his spell. Okay, looks like I'm gonna take the other tower. An Ice Wizard doesn't kill mirrored skeletons. Wow. I can go for the Skeleton Army and then Skeleton King. It looks like he's not going to give up, even though he kind of should, because there's no really way for him to win from here. Unless I, like, my, like, phone turns off or something, but it's fine. I'll just make sure to win. I'm going to go for, like, a Fireball here and maybe push it towards the Dark Goblin. Oh my god, the Dark Goblin has such a far range. Just Mirror Fireball to clean up. The Sacrificial Princess into the Dark Goblin. I could go for Rascals just to make sure he doesn't take my tower. Or I could just go for Goblin Barrel just to take out the second tower. And just to, like, get towards my pass Royale, I guess. I'm in the next match against this Chinese guy. I'm just going to go for a barrel in the corner here because I have no idea what he's running. I think I'm 11-0 in a Grand Challenge, so if I win this, I'll get 12-0. He wasted his zap. Wait, I think I can beat him straight away right here because I'm going to go Skeleton Army, then Skeleton King. He has to respond to the Skeleton Army again, and I don't see how he stops the Skeleton King. Okay, he didn't respond actually, so I'm going to get a lot of damage. Starting out the game, like, every time with 1,000 damage. I could go for Skeleton Barrel and then Fireball. He has no zap. Okay, I can go for the ability here on this Royal Ghost. It's going to kill the Ghost and spawn a bunch of Skellies. He wasted his E-Wiz, so he doesn't have that either. He has to zap once he gets 2 Elixir. Okay, he goes for Bandit. Okay, I think I already took the whole tower. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna go Rascals and Goblin Barrel, and I think there's no way, like, he can't defend this. He has no elixir. I think I already took the tower. Wow, this deck is, like, actually ridiculous. This is what I'm talking about. Like, some decks just can't defend. Like, Pekka, they have a Fireball, a Zap, an Electro Wizard, a Magic Archer, and he still lost both of his towers in the first 1 minute because I just have so many of them that eventually, like, he just can't stop. Honestly, the Skeleton King, I feel like, is the main part of this deck, like, being, like, kind of undefendable because the Skeleton King just, like, forces out the spells, like, way too well, and honestly, the Mirror as well. Always mirroring annoying units like the Skeleton Barrel and the Rascals, and sometimes even, like, the Skeleton Army on defense, you can mirror it as well. And if they, obviously, as all of you know, if you don't have any spell for the Skeleton Army, then your entire push is just going to completely die to it. And hopefully this guy gives up so I can get the 3 crown. Just go for, like, a Goblin Barrel and a Skeleton Barrel. Okay, I'll just go for Skeleton Barrel in the pocket to finish off the tower, and maybe he'll give up. I think this is, like, his first time at, like, 11 wins in a Grand Challenge, and he just wants to get the 12 win. I kind of feel bad, but I need to do it for the content. I think I can Skeleton King ability and kill the whole P.E.K.K.A. and then just, like, Skeleton Army as well, because he has no E-Wiz and no Zap. And I can Fireball. And this might 3-crown him, actually. Okay, GG's to this guy. He played well. I mean, it was kind of hard to play this, but thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and let me know if you want to see Mirror and different bait decks. Bye.